You all right? It's knife time. So, this evening, I'm kicking back and I've decided to share with y'all the Lloyd Marshall Knives 190. This is the LMK 190. The 190th knife that the wonderful craftsman, Mr. Lloyd Marshall, made. And I commissioned this knife, I'd say, around 2017. And I told him I wanted something fast and stabby with some purple. This has black micarta scales with purple liners. And at the time, the only bike I rode was my bike wife, Scylla. It's pink and purple. And I ordered this from Lloyd, and boy, let me tell you, it is crafted from W2 steel. And this lighting's kind of weird, but this knife does have a really cool ghost hem on. It is high polished, it is high speed, and it is highly sharp and highly diabetes checking pointy for sure. Mr. Lloyd Marshall, man, I first made contact with him on Instagram, and let me tell you, he is a great guy, and I'm proud to call him my friend, and I hope someday that we get a chance to actually meet up in real life and shake hands. And because he's just a dude that is unapologetically himself, and he is repulsed by average, and he just goes and goes, and he is one of my favorite people to have a conversation with. He is a big powerlifting dude, and much respect, huge respect to you, Lloyd Marshall. My cat just came in. Huge respect to you, Lloyd Marshall. As you often say, you're a good dude, and I am the proud owner of this knife. How I first found out about Lloyd Marshall Knives was there was a gentleman, and his Instagram page was The Unreal Smith, and he posted a pic of a knife that Lloyd made, and I was like, wow, that is amazing. What are you doing there, baby cat? This is baby cat. She's my buddy. This is my buddy. And she's upset because her dog is outside. You let me be. And so I saw the Unreal Smith. I can't remember his real name. I believe it was Don. And he passed on. Rest in peace, man. He was like an old school knife person that I really got along with, and he had great taste in knives, and he had a really great collection. And he passed on a few years back, and man, I hope that everything is what he was hoping it would be, man. I hope he's having a good old time in the afterlife and all that. But I originally saw him post Lloyd Marshall, and I was like, man, that thing is cool. And so after a while, I was like, hey man, I need a knife. And I still carry this from time to time. I usually carry this knife on my birthday, as a matter of fact. Usually every year my birthday comes around, and I usually have the old LMK 190 on me. It is engraved on the top strap with L. Marshall Knives and number 190. And boy, I tell you, if you ever get yourself a chance to get your hands on one of these, you'll have something that is truly one of a kind. I don't know. I don't believe Lloyd ever made the same thing twice. And if he did, I'm sure it had little differences. It has a beautiful little piece of work up top there. Almost, I mean, it gives you a nice good thumb place to put. It has great ergonomics any way you hold it. It is balanced well. Like I said, it is very sharp. It is ready to do the work that a knife like this is made to do. And it is gorgeous while it does it, let me tell you. And like I said, the light can't quite catch that ham-on that it's got going on there. But it's got a really good ghosty one. I'm gonna close this door. And I tell you, if you ever get a chance to get your hands on one of these, boy, don't hesitate. I know Lloyd, he ain't making nothing right now, and every once in a while I'm like, man, you should do something. You should do something. Just like me, I slack too. I make some knives here and there, but boy, it's really awesome when you know the work that goes into something and you have somebody you know make you something and you get it and you're like, yeah, wow, yeah. And it's inspirational and it's cool and it's rocking. I'd say this is like a highly, highly, highly modified, almost like a Tonto. But boy, this thing is just like all business. If you know, you know. You know. And I really appreciate Lloyd Marshall, man. He's a good guy. And he's one of the real old school knife world guys, man. It's like, hell yeah. Like, you're a good dude and your knives are awesome. And there ain't too many of us left, man. And this is like a shout out to old Lloyd, man. He's my bud. And he's like, he makes me proud all the time. All the time. Whether it's making knives or lifting weights or whatever. Or a funny joke that he has. I tell you, man, great guy. And great knives. Beautiful. Like really beautiful. Polished and shiny. And he really puts effort into his knives. And not just the knife. He really makes a great scabbard. And I mean, he was one of the first guys I know that was popping those on there, man. And it works so well. I just static cord carry this thing. Always have. And see how quick that comes off? Wherever you got it strapped to, man. It's lightning fast. And it's a good size knife. I'd say it's pushing 8 inches, 9 inches maybe. Overall. 4.5. Maybe 5-inch blade. Good ergonomic grip. Has swells where it needs swells, and it has hollows where it needs hollows. Gives you a good solid grip. This is not slipping on you. This is not slipping on you. Like you know what I mean? It does what it needs to do. This is good stuff right here. And I'm proud to own it, and I'm proud to have it, and I'm glad I got it when I got it. Because if you know, you know. There it is. A few of you guys out there still have these. And, you know who you are. I won't put you on Front Street. Give a shout out if you're one of them. This is a good thing. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. This has been my ramble about this knife. I could talk about this thing for days. It's an amazing piece, and this is a full custom commissioned piece. You know, I was just like, you do you, man. I want something fast and stabby, and this is what I got. And it fits the bill. And then some, 110%, and then some. This is the business. This is the business. W2 steel. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. All right, shout out. Mental illness. Lloyd Marshall Knives. Makes some great stuff. And here we go. There's one last look at it. There's that side. There's that side. Look at that. Good. Chunky. Rock and roll all the way. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon.